Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Starflames. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Turn on your notification bell and join the family. Guys, we're back with another update on that viral video that CNN had released yesterday, wherein you could see Mr. Sean Diddy Combs assaulting his then girlfriend Cassie Ventura. So I'm just going to briefly describe the clip and then we're going to get into this update that has been released by the Los Angeles County District's Attorney Office. So, in case, because I know that, things can be very triggering for a lot of people, whether you have had a similar experience or not, it is still violent and very horrific. Now, in the clip that was released yesterday, Cassie Ventura could be seen, she was trying to briskly move away from that hotel room that her and Diddy was in, So she basically was making her way to the elevator. Diddy came out wrapping himself in a towel and pulling that woman like she was nothing, like she was just a piece of cloth, a piece of fabric. He pulled her in that manner, right? As though she was a cold statistic. And then he proceeded to putting his hands and feet on her repeatedly. Even at one point, you could see where he had like the smirk on his face as though it was very, freeing for him to do that, as though it fueled him, as though it was nitro to his demonic soul. And when I tell you that, it is very horrifying to see that man doing that to that young lady at such a very young, tender age. And not just that, if you look at Cassie, Cassie is a very petite girl. She doesn't have the body type to even be going through that trauma repeatedly. I don't know how she survived. God was on her side, in her pocket, and everything. When I tell you that it's horrible, it is horrible. But let's get into this report, because since that clip has been released, many, artists, celebrities, they have basically sent their empathy, and well wishes to Cassie. So many artists who said that she was lying, she was looking for clout. They came out and they have since then apologized to her. We're going to talk about that in another video. So let's get into the statement on the alleged video. So the Los Angeles County District says, statement on alleged video involving Sean Combs. They say, we are aware of the video that has been circulating online allegedly depicting Sean Combs assaulting a young woman in Los Angeles. They further state, we find the images extremely disturbing and difficult to watch. If the conduct depicted occurred in 2016, unfortunately, we would be unable to charge, as the conduct would have occurred beyond the timeline where a crime of assault can be prosecuted. As of today, law enforcement has not represented a case related to the attack depicted in the video against Mr. Combs. But we encourage anyone who has been a victim or witness to a crime to report it to law enforcement or reach out to our office for support from our Bureau of Victims Services. That's what they issued yesterday, May 17, 2024. So since this has been released, naturally it's going to be shared across the various social media platforms and people are going to have, their reaction because, again, as you know, the video was so horrible. So These comments are coming from Hollywood Unlocked, especially. One person said, "So you telling me you can throw Bill Cosby in jail with no video proof for things he did before I was born, but y'all can't do a damn thing about Sean beating this girl 8 years ago." That makes sense. It definitely makes a lot of sense. And this is how you know that. As I've said to you guys, if you have been following my channel, I've always said to you guys, it has been historically proven that wherever there is a sex trafficking ring, you know, alleged drug, gun, and anything of that nature, there are always minister of religion involved. In this case, TD Jakes allegedly. There's always, some political figure in this, involved. And in this case, Barack Obama allegedly with Diddy other handlers, because as Sloan told us, he has three handlers who are currently sacrificing him. They're putting him on the chopping block. They're taking him down because there's just too much mess about him in these streets, and they cannot afford for him to put their organization or institution down. So they have to sacrifice him to save their own self. But they're being very calculated about it because they know that Diddy does have a lot of information on them. And as Candace Owens said, when those Homeland Security raided Diddy's LA and Miami mansion, they did not raid his mansion to find evidence on him. They went in to secure evidence and to protect other people from getting into trouble. And I think everything that is now coming out is very much telling to that. But let's continue with the comments on social media. Another person said, "Don't worry, the real judge got him. God gonna spin the block." And that is true. Sloan told us that it is true. Sloan told us that it is the divine creator that's gonna ensure that this man goes down. But again, the puppets, the puppet masters are gonna, take him out. They're gonna take him out. His death has been predicted, and it has been predicted by many people from, from the Christian world, people from the psychic medium world. So his death has been predicted. Now, another person is saying, how about charging the hotel for taking a bribe to hide a crime? That is very much true. But then, the initial owners have then released a statement. We're going to talk about that in a upcoming video. No. Another person is saying Bill Cosby and R. Kelly got arrested for things that they did 100 years ago. So why is 8 years with hardcore evidence not being taken seriously? Very much factual. Another person said, good thing there is no statute of limitation when it comes to the one upstairs. Vengeance is mine. And they're talking about God. Very true. No, they're saying investigate Kim Porter's case. Honey, I can't wait for that investigation to take place. I cannot wait. Another person says, I knew I should have dated Diddy. I would have had him under that blanket. They mean like, delete him. Now, another person is like, no, all of you can stop asking why Cassie filed a lawsuit and start asking why we have statute of limitations on abuse in the first place. Diddy's defense is his recent lawsuit isn't that he didn't do the awful thing accused of, but rather too much time has passed to be held accountable for it. As a modern society, fully aware of the life sentence that abuse brings. These laws are outdated and must be changed, definitely so. But do you guys remember I've been telling you all this man has been playing in our faces, telling us that, yeah, I did it, but what are you all going to do about it? He has been playing in our faces because he knows he got the people on his side. But for how long? Because nothing beats our master, Jehovah God, the creator of heaven and earth, honey. Nothing beats that man. Okay? Anyway, that's all I have to say about that because so much is coming out on me. So much is coming out, and we're going to cover everything gradually during the course of the day into tomorrow. When I tell you that Sloan told us that what we saw with Little Rod, that was nothing. We had a lot more to come. Here it is. Here it is, honey. And that's all I have to say about that. See you guys later. Bye, guys.